Once some others gone.
Look at Dayton, Ohio this morning, where the total eclipse should be visible about 3:10 this afternoon. And with that, we know people are traveling to cities like this one. Tourism industry is seeing a big boost, expecting a lot of people. Take a look. This map is from Air DNA. It measures data in the short-term rental industry, so basically showing how popular certain spots are on Airbnb or VRBO, for instance. Over the last week, the occupancy percentage shot up to near 100%, right along the path of totality. You see it right there. It's very obvious where people are flocking to. The data shows that Jeffersonville, Vermont, is the most booked city in the country, with more than 99% of its Airbnbs filled for today, the big day. The state of Vermont says it's expecting up to $51 million in economic impact from the eclipse. Meanwhile, Airbnb and hotels are not the only ones cashing in, of course. Many communities say they could bring in revenue like they've never seen before. According to the Great American Eclipse website, the total amount of money coming in could reach $1 billion. So, of course, small businesses selling souvenirs, hosting special events, viewing parties to commemorate the eclipse. And the FAA says air traffic could be impacted today and even through April 10th because of the eclipse. So they are anticipating higher than normal traffic. Prices have reflected that. And due to the amount of traffic, some planes might need to be rerouted or even delayed. So they're advising people to check ahead if you are traveling today and even into the coming days. It might be impacted a little bit, even if you're not going to one of those spots. Speaking of air travel, lucky people will actually get to fly through the path of totality during the eclipse. Delta has flights leaving from Texas and headed to Detroit. They'll make a special detour over southeast Missouri, then turn to the side so you can see the eclipse at eye level. Those flights were announced a few months ago, and they quickly sold out within a day or so. We, of course, continuing coverage. This is exciting, a rare solar event throughout the morning. We know Doug Luzader will take a look at how the East Coast is prepared for the event. That's coming up in the next 15 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so. And then at 8:30, Saquon will show us how Minnesotans can get in on the
live along the path. And not to mention the tens and thousands of people who travel to somewhere along it as well. Like us, you know, you're from DC and I'm from Florida.
I feel very lucky to be able to get to travel to see this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to have live reports from our correspondents spread out across the path. All excited to share this event with you. Some recognizable locations in between. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway, home of the famous Indy 500. And then also Niagara Falls, where officials expect up to 1 million visitors. Look at our team there waving at you. Happy to see you guys, and we'll hear from you soon. Okay, so again, we will hear from those correspondents, but also on our broadcast, a live interview with astronauts on board the International Space Station. Sarah's already ready. She's ready. Because that's going to be obviously a unique place to witness today's celestial event, so we'll talk to them about that. We're also going to explain some of the science NASA will conduct during the eclipse and why that's important to you. And if you have questions about today's cosmic alignment, use the hashtag Eclipse to send those in wherever you're watching us. We already have some questions from some kids.
Excellent.
And a celebrity. I can't wait to surprise you with who that is. All right, in addition to NASA's Eclipse event here, and this is the Adirondack Sky Center. They have a big field for people to be, you know, a couple of days ago we saw the same field. It was covered in snow.
So I'm glad they have a nice place to sit.
Exactly. And Kennedy Space Center, the famous rocket garden that we have at the visitors complex there, that's also a cool place to watch a partial
eclipse, yep.
Yeah. And then lastly, the Mentor Civic Amphitheater, a nice big field again to take a look out into and enjoy today's event. I'm sure that'll fill up soon.
Yes, I'm sure. Still gathering there.
Now, during that moment of totality, Arkansas will experience from 94 to 100 of the residents to stay safe, keep those solar supplies on. And now let's go from Arkansas to Illinois with Blair Allen. How are things looking for you?
Jasmine, we're super excited here because crowds are filing into the stadium, but the main story here is the weather. Everything looks absolutely good and clear for totality today.
This event, right? How do we get help from people across the country to help us study these things?
Well, by asking them. Make a note of anything that you observe and then share that with us.
We're not there, but I feel the energy just watching it. Yeah, so this is because of the craters and peaks and valleys of the moon, we're seeing the last bits that are just getting through, and now we're getting to totality. This is great. So you're starting to see those pink fingers out there kind of sticking out.
Wow, so again, totality here in Mazatlan, Mexico, the first community in North America to experience the moon completely eclipsing the sun. And if you are in Mazatlan right now, it is now safe to remove your eclipse glasses for the next 4 minutes. And you mentioned some of those pink filaments that we're seeing, right? Can you talk us a little bit through that, Kelly?
Yeah, so those pink filaments, because they're helium rich, that's why they're appearing pink and they're hanging out there. Those could be the start of space weather. So there are lots of tons of material, billions of tons of material that could possibly be one of those explosions for space weather, the reasons why we really study the sun and try to understand how to live with the sun.
Well, can you explain why space weather is important to us here on Earth?
Definitely. So it's not...
a chance to survive. What about the flowers? Fear they'll be less and less. What about the memory? Try your best not to forget Corona. Love you till the very end, Corona.
It's like the moon's in reverse.
Will you be my friend?
There's an old TV show where an eclipse is like the TV show.
What? Oh, that's a beautiful picture. That's like God is talking to you. I'm like, hey, walk down in the sun. Son. Yeah. Doing all kinds of shit in your name. Please help us. We need to toss some tables right now. And please tell them the gays are okay. Okay? Tell them. We're okay.
It's getting dark.
You're not the only one. I've had. Oh, shoot, that reminds me. Oh, it's dark. Oh my God, shark.
Woo!
Where's my camera?
Wow.
We're not supposed to live there. I don't know, but like I want to. I don't know at this point.
I think you can, but I'm not going to.
You're so sweet. As I'm like directing. Oh my God.
Holy cool. I've never seen this. This is so cool. It's like, okay. Wait, when does it light up again? Oh, shit. Turn your flash on. I'm so cool. This is like the 1:41 p.m. So now I know what. Yeah, it's fun. This is 1:41 p.m. What's the?
Oh, you're better. Okay, jeopardize the eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Is it bad? Oh shit! It was so pretty though. No, I couldn't see it. It's so pretty. Oh my God! I feel like that's. Oh my God! Oh my God! It's so pretty.
The picture doesn't do it justice.
Okay. Oh my God!
It's just worth it.
It's worth the look. Like, I thought I see my eye person.
It's crazy.
People have not seen this.
That's crazy.
Wait, how long does this stay?
my god, really? Almost like, oh my god. So amazing. This is amazing. Okay, now we know why people right. And not just be absolute. Okay, 141. This is so dope.
Crazy.
That's
crazy.
Wait, go. Oh my god! Oh really? Almost like, oh my god. So amazing. This is amazing. Okay, now we know why people right. And not just be absolute. Okay, 141. About another minute. This is so dope. And I'm ruining my eyes. But it's okay. This is so good. This is when the movie I don't know. This is the place. This is the place. Oh, this is.
Yeah, it does feel really bright on my eyes. I don't.
I keep really my eyes sound red. I can't see my glasses.
I see one big star. I see one big star.
I know. Yes, 1:43 p.m. That's why I keep videoing.
What is that? I think it's a planet.
That is one something. We can take another picture. It's 1 p.m. Oh, it's coming back! Oh, it's coming back! Okay, wait. Oh shit, it's tight! Oh shit, it's coming back! I'm just like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. You're gonna steal my thunder. I know, like it's amazing.
Oh, that group there.
Oh, is anybody real bright? Is it her here? Yeah, I looked up real bright. It is real bright. This is
Fireworks during the eclipse is wild. Midday fireworks? I know.
I don't know, but you were telling us the other day. Something's wrong with me.
these are real. I was telling you, like, the pictures is what they mean by the pictures. Yeah, don't hold it like that. Yeah, why is your flash? I don't know. Where's my flash? Okay, you know, are you picturing? I'm videoing. And then. Video. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then hold it up and like keep going. Keep going. Everybody's so off. Okay. Now keep going because we're not looking. Okay. You're taller than me. Alright. I'm not used to tall person. I know. I know, right? I don't know. It's fine.
Hey, what's going on? Do you live here?
No, just gonna hang out a little bit with.
This is now you know where I live.
Yeah.
One day I wanna say I love. One day I'll see the skies above. One day the seas will rock like yesterday. One night it's thunder strikes a flood. One night it washes away mud. One night to see the world as it was.
the Eclipse turned out to be significantly cooler than I ever imagined. Partially because none of the videos capture what it really looks like. You have to see it. So you have to be aware of when totality happens so that you can take the glasses off. All of these warnings that they've been giving us say like, be really careful, be really careful. And that scared me, and I did not look at it in totality as much as I could have because I was just worried about my glasses being back on. The Dallas totality was 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and I did 2 quick looks. So I could have been just looking at it for a couple of minutes. It would be nice to know, like, okay, you can look now. Okay, stop looking. So I don't know if there's a way to prepare for that, but I will say it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. That's like an easy, no question, nothing else has ever looked like it. It just has this like unique, amazing look. The really clear quality videos and telescopes are, it looks like 10 times cooler than that. It really does not compare. The thing that I think, if I was to try to describe it, the Corona moves so much faster and just like in HD than you expect. It's clearer looking at it with your eyes than it is on a super nice camera looking at it. The Corona, it was like the moon was on fire, like a blue fire. It was really fast waves. Just easy to see. Like if the moon was this big, like the diameter was this big, the way the flames, we'll call them, they were like a significant distance away from the moon. Like they were huge, and like they were like this white, black, blue glow. It was crazy. So I think that I've heard back and forth, people are like, why is the eclipse such a big deal, and don't you have better things to do? And I would just recommend whoever has the opportunity, I don't think the next one's until 2044. Like, if you're near it, make sure you can go to the totality. I think partial viewing would just be lame, and maybe don't even check it out at all. And if you like things like that, I would consider making a trip out of it. I would consider. So that leads me to my next point, which is 2044 is in 20 years. So all day long, I've been making an effort with my camera to capture what 2024 looks like and what my life currently looks like. I know that when the eclipse happens, I will watch this video back. This video will be important to me to watch back. And I'm gonna try to not watch it until then. I think that what will be significant is where I was here and where I will be then. And what imaginations and expectations do I have for that point? As you've clearly seen from the shots of my apartment, music is important to me. As I've been thinking about it all day long, what kind of goals? I think the most important goal to me right now, in the year 2044, when I'm looking back at this video, I want to have 5 great albums. I already have one. I'm working on another one. You would think they would be easier to make. And maybe they will be one day. But the first album took 3 to 4 years, 3 years. Second one is dragging on longer than I would have liked. So these things are hard. Making great art is really hard. But when I go back to my albums, I was debating earlier, like, are these 2 albums great, or do the 5 great albums start after I shove these albums out? But I love my music. I love my songs. So Whether or not people know it, rock and roll is alive through me. I'm an ambassador of this great medium. So check out my music and let me know what you think. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. I have lots of goals, but if I start going into all of them, I feel like it dilutes the really important one. And also, some stuff is more vague than other stuff. How do you really predict the future? I do have what I would like to envision myself. Some of it is, it's just, I want to keep it at that. If I can be proud of 5 great albums, and that's usually about 12 songs, so 20 years, 60 great songs. I think that would be quite the achievement. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think it's pretty amazing thinking about all the people, the people in life that will have changed. And I just wonder in this moment, who else would be watching this that is not a part of my life right now? So, to you, I love you. To the people I know, I love you. And to the Eclipse, I love you. Thank you for providing this really interesting outlook in life and beauty on a random Monday afternoon. What's the date today? April 9th, 8th, April 8th, 2022. Checking out. See ya. Have a good life. It's gonna be awesome. Party, vacation, make music. It's the most important thing.